Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to a long overdue podcast from me, Adam Ivel. And we used to do only car stuff on here, so I thought that going back into it, we should get a very well-known British YouTuber who focuses mainly around cars, Mr. Lee Lockwood. So welcome, sir.
Very flattered.
Yeah.
Very well known.
Welcome to Essex, sir. Thank you for being here. So we've just had some fun today. We've just been letting you do a brutally honest review on my BMW M3. So
baby.
before we get into it, who are you? So for the people that may not know who you are, sorry, Finn is also in the room and he may be making a lot of noise, but hopefully he'll just lay down and go to sleep. So Lee, who are you? Tell us about yourself, man.
So my name is Lee Lockwood, and I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years, I reckon. Maybe about 2 years, seriously. Obviously, we've all had uploads like 3 years ago. But,
yeah.
And I suppose it's not too bad.
It's done well for you, isn't it?
It's all right.
It's done well for you, man. It's done well for you. So you're from up north?
Near Manchester. Yeah.
Near Manchester.
This is way more fun down here.
Yeah, do you
down
think?
Here for a few days, it's so much better down
here. I like it up north, though. I think it's just it's just because we're not from there, isn't it? Like when you go to a new place.
So it's not bad for me because like I'm right between Liverpool and Manchester. They're both half an hour away, so that's
perfect.
two major cities. It is quite good, but
yeah, that's wicked.
I feel like the people are just, I don't know. It's just coming down here. I just feel a little bit more at home down here.
Mm-hmm. So for those that don't know you, what do you do on your YouTube channel, and what do you kind of specify in?
It also usually started off with just me. I feel like before I started, everyone was very serious with fixing their cars, and it was all very much how to do something. Where with me, I feel like I was like one of the first guys to take an approach to just concentrate on getting it wrong rather than getting it right.
Right. Okay.
So I like don't film the f ups. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah, swear all you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, all right. I film all the fuck ups. And I don't know. I just did it. How it started was I had an issue with an Astra, and it took me like 6 months to find this issue. And like garages didn't know. There was no videos on YouTube, nothing on the forums, and I found it was a fix. And anyway, I just uploaded it, and I found like a little extension to the personality.
Yeah.
So I just started filming my life with cars, fixing them on your driveway with little to no tools.
Yeah. Yeah. So is YouTube currently your main job?
It's really weird, because as we were saying before, we were saying that you only have so much time for a few things. I do loads of things. So obviously the YouTube, it's allowed other things. It was once the main source of income. Now it's probably one of the least source of incomes. So I literally just use YouTube now to market the other things, which I do. But without YouTube, none of it would have been possible. So I am forever grateful for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not blind to say that YouTube is the best thing in the world.
Yeah,
without its negatives.
So I've got to bring it up. I haven't wrote it down. I've got to bring it up.
All right, okay.
You know what it's going to be, surely. So one of the first reasons I ever saw you was because of your Jamie FYD video.
Right.
So have you spoke to Jamie since that? Have you
Jamie still pretends that he doesn't know who I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that. A lot of people have told me this. That when they've asked them about me, he says, "Who's that?"
Right, okay.
And, it's very silly to say. I mean, maybe he doesn't know who I am.
Right, yes.
But maybe he doesn't actually know. I mean, he must have lived under a rock for the past 2 years. But
yeah, I'm quite pally with both of you. But I haven't spoken to him in a little while because I guess he's just, we're just not crossed paths. But I've always gone well with Jamie. And when I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, I hope no one ever makes one like this about me.
Kind of like, I won't say I regret it, but I feel like when I did that video, I was in the honeymoon stage with YouTube and the honeymoon stage with the internet.
Yep.
And I truly didn't understand the repercussions of things like that. And I truly didn't understand how the internet can make you feel once you have got a lot of numbers. So I don't regret it in a way because I'm such a guy where I don't regret anything. And, and it did grow my channel in a way. But I just wish I had something better which grew the channel. And I don't a lot of people do refer back to that video. And as you just said, that's the first time people
I ever saw it, man, because it was getting shared around everywhere. And I was like,
all the Facebook groups. And I do regret it that it was such a negative start because I truly don't believe I am that sort of person. But at the time, I was just annoyed because I didn't have anything against him. Nothing against him whatsoever. Never even spoken to the guy. And then he put a post, how it all started and how that video came about was he put a picture up on Instagram of my friend's car.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend tagged me saying, "Isn't that Lee Lockwood's mates?" And I come in and I said, "Yeah, like, well, yeah, that's my friend's. I was there first with a wink." That's exactly what I said. I was there first with a wink, just being funny.
Yeah.
Next thing, I get blocked.
Oh,
I get blocked, straight out blocked. I get blocked on my main account. I get blocked on my second account. I get blocked on the clothing, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, never even spoke to you in my life. I literally said something funny, and then he was deleting everyone else's comments and everyone, and I just felt like I just got annoyed because people were saying, "Oh, I was trying to explain that you're not a dickhead," and he's deleted my comment, and then I literally put a post up saying, "Oh, it was silly of me." I put a post up saying, "Go and comment on his post saying why we blocked Lee Lockwood,"
right?
Because I was intrigued to see why he was blocked. Anyway, that went mad. Thousands of comments. Why block Lee Lockwood? And he starts deleting them, making them worse and worse and worse. And then next thing, I had like 400 Snapchat messages from. I was working at the time, and obviously I was off my phone for an hour. 400 Snapchat messages. What's going on? And I just thought, well, I'm not going to reply to every single one of them. I'll just do a video of what's going on. And then that went off. It was been posting every single car Facebook group going.
That's crazy. I have to just say as well, you were like, what, 22 at the time? 21, probably, 22?
Yeah,
like,
20,
you're still a young boy. Like,
yeah.
Back then, like, I was stupid and like, Finn, stop being a dick. I was stupid and I was like wrapped up in the car world as well. Because when you're younger, you don't see the bigger picture.
No.
Because like back then, like when I was that age, like having a Type R Integra was, for me, the king idea. Like I had to have one, and then when I'm rolling around, that felt like the boss. And then when everyone's like tries to slag it off, you're like, fuck you, and then you hate people just because like that stupid shit. So I completely understand like why it all went how it did. Although I never want that to happen to one of my mates. It was still like, if he just spoke to you.
That's what I mean.
Like, because if you'd have called me out, I'd have just like messaged you and been like, "What's your problem?"
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on?
Never did. And then I even messaged him. Even still to this day, I've sent him multiple messages, and he's just ignored every single one of them. And it's I don't know. I feel like I was the person that initiated. I was the person that started it. But I felt like it could have easily been ended, and he just made it 10 times worse. And it just went. Why block someone without even talking to them? Like,
I think, like what you said, because I don't want to dwell on this too long. I don't want this whole thing to be best, but like what you said, you were new and didn't understand the internet. I think Jamie didn't have a full understanding of it either. Like, to me, if it had been you calling me out, I'd have let it roll for a bit because I saw the numbers you guys were both doing, and I was like, "Yo, I'd like some of that." Yeah, but I'd have probably just rang you and just been like, "Here's my number, ring me." Yeah. Sorry, you can probably hear Finn sipping in the background. He's just non-stop. But yeah, so we would have to talk over it because he will do this for a minute. So I'd have just said, "Here's my number, ring me," exactly. And then have a chat. And then what's the problem? I probably would have been like, sucks that you had to do it, but I understand. Like,
that's what I mean. That never happened. I wanted that. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted him to just contact me and either just kick off or just, do you know what I mean? But he just never did. And I feel like that's not a way to go through life, of blocking things. And, you know what I mean? You can't do that in real life. You just need to address situations. That's what was annoying me even more. And it just, and then it died. Well, it died down a couple of weeks after, but the internet made it dwell on for. Still to this day, people get coming up to me this meet saying, "Oh, you and Jamie sorted it out," and I'm like,
of course. But moving on from that, I watched one of your videos recently where you basically just said you're no longer going to be accepting the hate.
Yeah.
So do you almost feel like you understand how he felt at the time?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because I did it done to me. See them two guys?
I did. Yeah, they got a good old banger of a video out of it, didn't they?
But I feel like they had no substantial.
It wasn't just like, he shags girls.
Yeah.
I literally watched it because I don't know who these guys were. No. Obviously, I've become quite friendly with you over the last couple of years. Like, and I was like, well, I'll watch it and see what they've got to say because, let's see. Yeah. He was like, boy, he shags lots of girls.
Well, I was laughing.
I was like, when's that ever been a bad thing?
What you could have beef with someone. I actually remember laughing. And they actually started off with a really good point. They did.
Right, okay. What was their point?
So I was cooking tea and someone sent it me and I thought, fucking, let's have a look. I was laughing at first. I thought, oh, no. I watched it, and then the first thing they said was, see, you can see him getting angry in the video because he started the video saying, "No, we've got nothing against Lee, we watched him all this time," and then the points just start getting stupider and stupider. It started off well. They said, "I kicked off at Jamie FYD for never responding to messages, yet they've messaged me twice and I've not responded." I was like, fair enough. At that time, I said I replied to every single message, and I probably could, but now it's physically impossible. As for Jamie FYD, it's probably physically impossible. I never understood that. And I was just like, okay, that's fair enough. 2 years ago, I said I respond to every single message, and now I physically can't. Fair enough. That's a good point. Even though their messages weren't actually messages, they were, do you know when you can like reply to a story and put a thumbs up or a laughing face? That's not.
No, that's not. I never reply
that
to
doesn't
that either.
warrant a reply.
Now that they've got that like feature on Instagram, I just do
double
that.
Tap
Just
it.
double
Yeah,
tap it just to show you've
just
seen
show
it.
You've seen it and you appreciate it.
But they're not starting conversation with you.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, fair enough. And then it just got stupid. I think the one after that was, you take your top off in videos. It's like, so what? It's the summer. I'm trying to get a tan whilst I video. And then it was like, we get it. You get girlfriends, but we don't want to see them all. I'm thinking, well, actually, that's a big part of my character. I'm a bit of a lad, so what? If I've got a hot Instagram girl, I'm going to fucking put her in a video. Do you know what I mean? And then it just got, and then I can't remember the points after that. They were just silly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I saw that video too, and I just thought they're just out for trying to boost their channel. Like that's all I saw that as. Like, and I was just like, oh god, like if that's how you want to start your YouTube, literally just opening up with a video and hating on. Probably at the time, I'd probably say you were doing the best out of everyone in the UK car community on view wise and stuff. Like, because this
was
before
when I had the Evo, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was just before Living Life Fast and all that really popped.
Yeah,
because he's doing amazing now, and that is it, Jamie. Get gas, totally gassed.
Oh yeah,
officially gassed. Yeah, he's doing amazing as well. Like I love his M3, so I like checking on his videos occasionally. He's got purple M3. It's sick. Like
same year as yours.
No, the 4-door one, the newer one than mine.
Right, okay.
But yeah, like I was just like, because I've been cracking on at YouTube for years, like, and it hasn't ever blown up to how I'd like it to.
Well, me either. Really.
But you have to just keep trying. You know, you just got to keep doing it. Because if I was tomorrow, I'd be like, well, I'm done with YouTube. I'm not getting where I want. Then I'm never going to get to where I want. Like, I feel like you have to ride the wave. And sometimes you want to be on a big one, and you'll be the hot shit. And then the next week you're just back in the ocean,
up and down all the time.
Yeah. So no, I appreciate your honesty on that, especially with the Jamie stuff, because I know it's a bit of a touchy thing, but I just thought it'd be good for you to just be able to explain it on an audio thing.
I've said it to many people in person. So
just so there you go. There's one thing now. So, but obviously YouTube not being your main job, do you tell anybody else what you do? Because I obviously know what you do, but is it like public knowledge? I mean, you post on your Instagram.
Yeah, I don't hide it.
No.
So basically, I work as a butler in the buff as well. So basically, go to hen parties and like walk around like half naked and just like play games, pour drinks, and just basically be cheeky entertainment for memorable, experiences like hen parties, birthdays, weddings, which is so that and then obviously the YouTube has allowed me to open up a few other things like the clothing, which is it's closed at the minute just because I've wanted to revamp it all. And then obviously the Patreon, obviously you know about Patreon, you got Patreon, and then obviously met a friend called Will recently. We've managed to start up a rally company, so that's great as well.
Yeah, like one of these road rallies, right? It's called True Rally.
True Rally, it's called. Yeah, so it's kind of like I don't want to name drop, but the big ones in America where they like drive across the states and stuff. We just see a market where, because obviously I've been on a rally as well, and they're all, if you don't earn this much money, you're not really welcome. I kind of got that vibe, and when I went on one as well, I kind of got that vibe.
Right.
Like, when I was in my Evo, I felt like I was the left one out, like the one that was left out, and didn't really fit in. And I'm just thinking, this is like an amazing experience, but people have like just put this supercar vibe on it so much. So me and Will was like, well, let's do one where any person can come. So we've done it as cheap as possible, cheap as we physically can.
Yeah.
And like it's literally, we don't really want all supercars coming. We've got Ferrari, Will's Ferrari, we've got a GTR coming and stuff, but we just wanted to focus it on the everyday person. Yeah. So yeah, Will's got a lot of financial outlay, so he sorts that, and I sort out. I basically do the marketing and the organising.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, it looks cool, and I know you invited me to come on it, but I'm not available those dates annoyingly. But are you going to be doing it throughout the year, or is it just
we just started off with one first.
Tell us about it. What where is it all going to be? Like, explain it, sell it a bit.
How it started was I tagged Will in a post about the North Coast 500, and I said, "Oh, this would be sick to do. We need to do it." And next thing he rang me. He was like, "Let's just start our own." And I was like, instantly you think, "Oh shit, that's a good idea."
Yeah.
And then we literally went up to Scotland a week later. We just went up in the truck, and then we obviously had meetings with all the hotels. We had to have meetings with the Tesco up there because they didn't have 99 octane at the top.
Oh my god!
So we had to have a meeting with them to make sure they've got 99 octane by April. Wow. And there's loads of them. We like booked out nightclubs and everything like that. And yeah, and then we just wanted to see how it would go. We thought we'd do well, see how it goes, and it sold out in like a day and a half. So then now it's like, shit, it's going to be a big thing. So then we're now doing another one in May, and we're going to go to the summer. And we're going to go down south in the summer, and then we're going to go into Europe at the end of the year.
Cool. Well, I'll try and get on one for sure. Yeah, it'll be a great little
especially
adventure.
The summer ones, because obviously you're down south.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start in like Birmingham,
okay,
North Wales. Do
cool.
We're thinking of like off-road biking in North Wales.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Then go down to Brecon Beacons, South Wales, over to Bristol, down to Newquay, and then we're going to rent out a beach on the bar at Newquay, and then do surfing the day after.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's our plans for summer.
So that's something like a new venture that's come out of YouTube. But looking back on your YouTube career, what's been your favourite? Do you have like a standout thing that's kind of been like that thing where you're like, wow, I cannot believe this is happening to me?
Like into like a money sense or anything, like an experience?
It can be money, it can be an experience. Like for me, like I'll give you an example. Like for me, my standout thing was the Kanjo in Japan when I got to go out on that.
Right.
But that wasn't because of YouTube I got that, but I documented on YouTube. But the experience I've got was that GR Yaris recently.
I was going to say, were you Toyota?
My last actual video that's uploaded is that, and wow, like when I was there, I was around all these people like Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like Seb Delaney, who I watched before I even did YouTube. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, I spoke to Abby Eaton, who was the driver on Grand Tour, the race driver.
Right, okay, right.
So got chatting to her because she was there. She's a really cool girl, like. And like it's just you meet all these like, to me they're famous people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, like I'm here. Like I'm not at this people's level. How have I managed to get here? And
I had a similar situation like that when we was at Silverstone.
Right. Okay.
Remember when you walked over with Toby?
Yeah. Monkey London.
That was a weird, because I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Then Toby came out and I was like, oh fucking hell. Then Booster came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then Tommy came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there was all of us there.
Yeah, that was a mad situation for me.
Yeah.
Because obviously I watched all you guys where I did it.
Yeah. It's,
but I can't think of like one moment. No. I think it's just a whole. I've managed to go to so many places and meet so many new people, speak to so many companies.
Yeah, I mean Ironhill as well, because we obviously both worked with them. Yeah. Like that when they took us up to Liverpool.
Yeah,
and obviously I got to come out and have a night out and dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
That was fantastic. Like to me, that was another one of these things. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
It's mad. With Greenlight, we've still not got that bloody video live. When we went. I'm not sure how much I can say really, but yeah, we went on we had a Top Gear challenge with Greenlight. We went over to Germany.
Why is it not online yet?
We're still waiting for the clips to be edited by the photographers and stuff. But that was insane.
Right.
And it's just even like now, just like, I don't have a job. I can just say, oh fuck it, I'm going down to London for 5 days and seeing all these like you and seeing Tommy tomorrow and. It's just it's YouTube as a whole. It just allows you to be free. Although it's quite restrictive in some ways and sort of like stress-wise and personality, not personality-wise, like mentally, it's quite constricting. But like in terms of like freedom, it's great. Yeah,
that was what I was actually going to come on to next. After that, I'm just going to freestyle because we're only allowed to film for 30 minutes or record for 30 minutes on the platform I'm using. So we've got another 12 minutes of chat. And I wanted to kind of dive into the negativity and the backlash you've had recently, because like I mentioned, you actually said fuck off in your video, basically. You're like, I'm not having it anymore. Literally. Now, I'll be honest, from my side, I've been doing this for a while. I just never publicly said. So what I do, if someone's just a bit of an idiot, then I kind of leave them and I banter them a little bit. But like, if someone's just nasty, I literally just block them from the channel. I'm like, okay, you're done. Like, I don't have to put up with this.
Yeah, exactly.
How did it all come about for you?
Basically, I used to be absolutely loved up until I got the Evo. As soon as I got the Evo, overnight it just got nasty. And I actually did a video after the Evo, a similar sort of video, 3 minutes, just ranting because people was like saying, "Oh, you're ruining it. You're doing this. You shouldn't touch it. You need to put it in the garage." And I thought, why the fuck have I got a YouTube channel? Just put it in the garage. And I was just like, it's my car. I don't really, you know what I mean? But up until about 3 months ago, YouTube was like, I was so bothered about pleasing everybody, and that. Like, you get to the point where people just don't read comments. Jamie stopped reading comments, worse than you can do. And I didn't want to block comments because then I felt like people couldn't have their own voice in a way. Yeah. But I feel like it's something which needs to be limited from day one. Yeah. Because otherwise it will get out of control. And I never deleted any comments. And it got to a point where once one person gets away with it, another one can. And they're like sheep. A lot of people are like fucking sheep in the comments. As soon as they see one person saying something to me, not because you can't respond because it's even worse. Yeah. And then it got to a point where I just thought, you know what? fuck it. Like, I'm going to say what I want to say. And if for some reason my YouTube channel gets 0 views more, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've got a degree. Like, I've got a lot of backups. And at the end of the day, like, from doing YouTube, you meet a lot of companies. Like, I could go and get a job marketing for someone like that. Like, companies that I work with have even offered me jobs.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just like, why am I sat here putting up with these people trying to make my day feel shit when all I'm doing is going on my way to put YouTube videos out? And I literally just thought, I really don't care anymore. I just thought it got to a point where your mental health becomes more important than a couple of fucking views on YouTube.
Do you feel you've suffered any mental health
massively? Like,
issues?
It's people don't understand. Like, I wouldn't say like I'm a very confident guy, very confident guy. Like, I'm, but it's changed. Doing YouTube is massive change. Not necessarily me, but the way I view people. 100%. Like, and it's a bit of a downward spiral, because when you go to events, I used to love going to events. Now I get a little bit worried going to them. I do get a little bit worried going to them.
Really?
Yeah, 100%, because you don't know if that person's, people shout, "You're Lee Lockwood," and they might be trying to be funny, having a bit of laugh. "Oh, Lee Lockwood," or they might be going, "Lee Lockwood," and that might be the guy who was threatening to set my car on fire last week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you never know, and then you go to these events and you hear, and the car scene's getting worse and worse. Like in Edition 38, when someone pushed them girls over and them in that Portaloo. Do you see that video?
Yeah, fuck.
And you just think, these are 2 girls which nobody knows. Imagine if that was me and someone didn't like me.
Imagine if that was your sister. That's like, because I've got a little sister that I'm really close with, and I imagine that. It's almost how like I treat myself.
Sick watching that video.
So I treat myself in real life. Like, even with girls that I date, I'm like, look, I want to treat her as like I'd hope someone would treat my sister.
Exactly.
Like you got, and then when you see stuff like that, I mean, that made me feel. I was just like, well, imagine if my sister was coming home from that covered in that poor.
It made me feel sick. That video, absolutely sick, and that was a big turning point for me.
Really,
because I just thought, people can do that to people that they don't know. Yeah. Imagine if there was 2 guys, I was in there, and they knew I was in there, and they didn't like me.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like you get scared of taking your car to places, because obviously the amount of threats you get on the comments.
Well, the other problem we've got as YouTubers or Instagram or whatever is we advertise what we put on the cars. And this is what makes me nervous taking the Civic anywhere overnight, because I did a whole video explaining how valuable most of the stuff is on it. Like, to anybody else, them carbon wing mirrors would be they're just carbon wing mirrors, but they're a Gen 1 set of Spoon Sport carbon mirrors that don't exist.
Could easily just take them.
Yeah, they could just smash them, and I'm never going to get another set. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then that one set of wheels are the only set that exists in England or anywhere outside of Japan. And it's just like, if someone took them, I'm never going to be able to replace them. Do you know what I mean? And that's why, like, it's like I've worked so hard, like you have. You've done much better off YouTube than I have. So YouTube's never been anything that I can be proud of to where I can say, oh yeah, I'm earning a living.
I think it is. Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, but if you look at my views, man, it's dead. Like, so like so it's like I look at it and I'm like, well, I didn't ever do well enough to promote it, but like my other jobs, like 621 is still a big name. Like,
exactly. So like, as long as you can, I wouldn't be worried about YouTube, man. Like, you do miles better. Like, look at this house. Like, you honestly.
Maybe you got to remember, I've got another job as well. Like, I do product sourcing in China and Taiwan, like a real life job. So like, I've got like a real life job that pays me decent, and then I've got 621 that I don't take a wage from that. Believe it or not, I actually just paying off a loan that I had from. That's another podcast altogether, like about how that all went down. Maybe I'll do one about how it all kind of collapsed around me, but I managed to save it from the ashes or something, because that's what I'm on now. I'm on the up out of that. Right. So that's why we're just focusing on merch and like clothing lines. I'm trying to be proud of what I'm producing, and just bringing it all back up. But yeah, like you, I really suffered initially from the YouTube negativity. And it's amazing to hear that because obviously, like, as an outsider looking in, you're always very chipper. Yeah. You've always got beautiful girls around you, and it's like, all of that sort of stuff. And you don't realise, like, these little wieners leaving these weird little comments.
I get you, man. And I think it's because I act like that, people don't think it does get to me. Yeah. But it does. So I woke up that morning and I think it was because I knew it would come in. That's the thing. I thought, I'm going to buy this Merc, and I know exactly what's coming. You've changed. You don't give a shit about us anymore. All you care about is money. You don't. You do. Who the fuck do you think you are? I even said it before I loaded the video. I said, watch these top comments, and I listened to them all. And I just thought, you know what? I buy one thing for myself. I'm the worst person ever. And I just thought, I'm not even bothered anymore. So I literally spent 45 minutes going down my most 5 recent videos and blocking everyone that said anything nasty.
Really?
Do
you feel better for it now?
It was uplifting, mate.
Yeah.
It was absolutely, it was so uplifting. Because the good thing about YouTube is you can hide people.
Yeah, so they can still watch it. Yeah, I've done it.
Watch, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never done that. I only found out that recently you could do that. And don't get me wrong, if anyone said anything that was respectful, and which was negative, that's fine. But if someone's coming in going, "You're a fucking cunt," you know, "You don't deserve. Who the fuck do you think you are? You horrible, ugly bat." You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I think, well, I'm not here. I'm not going to take that shit off you. And I just thought, well, this is like my nightclub. If you want to come into my nightclub, you can come in and enjoy it. But if you're being a cunt, you're going out. That's it.
Yeah. I can understand that for sure. And like you said, it's not what you're focused on fully anymore. Like
I put videos online. I'm not here to be your verbal punching bag.
Exactly.
Like that's, you know, just because
you've got True Rally and you've got your clothing and all that anyway. It's not like YouTube is the be all and end all.
No,
so you don't
obviously
have to about it.
They work hand in hand. If YouTube went down the drain, everything else would be shit.
Yeah.
But I just had an epiphany. I just thought, why am I that bothered about it? Like, you know what? I'm at that stage now where it's like, if my YouTube channel got shut down tomorrow, well, that would annoy me. But like, if everyone just lost interest, I'd be like, oh, that's fine. I'm just going to go back and do what I was going to do out of uni initially.
And what is your degree?
I want to be a teacher.
Really?
Yeah,
so cool.
I can do a PE. I could, with a course, what I did, I can do PE teaching or science teaching.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I just fell into YouTube.
So you're a smart guy.
I'm all right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a smart. I haven't got a degree. I didn't even finish college.
I'm more like street smarts and like, you know, sort of. But I'm not academically. I'm not the best, but I'm the sort of guy where if I want something, I'll get it.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Well, I've known you for a couple of years, and obviously, like even when I mention you on my channel, I get negative comments about you sometimes. Like one guy was like, he's always very negative about everything.
Yeah.
There's one guy commenting, and he said something along the lines of, "Oh, it sounded like a good thing until you mentioned Lee Lockwood." And I replied, "Lee's my friend.
Yeah.
You don't know him. So why are you being, you know," I just said, he's a good guy and he's a good friend or something like that. I stuck up for you because I will always stick up for my mates. And then I don't even think he replied to that.
No.
So do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why someone would wait. Like, we are going to die, right? Everyone's going to die. Why would you waste precious time that you have
saying something about something you don't
watching people you don't like to then comment negative on it?
People need to understand that, you know, it's two different. Well, I don't know if it is for you, but me on camera is different than me off camera.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, you know,
have certain,
you know,
we keep certain things, but it's emphasised.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh well, he's cocky, and it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Come and do a 10-minute video of me talking about the economy?
Yeah.
So, do you want me to come and talk about what I did last weekend? Do you want me to come and talk? It's like,
before this wraps up, because we're getting close, one of the things I get a lot of people saying, I don't think they watch all my videos. I think they kind of jot in and jot out. And normally they come when I'm like, oh, I've got a problem. And then in that video, I'm like, I can't fix it at the minute because I've got no money. And then they always bang on like, well, you always moan you've got no money. I'm like, well, here we go again. He's talking about money. I'm like, well, money's important, right? I have to pay a mortgage. Like, I do obviously have some money laying around. I save a little bit every month just to make sure I've got a cushion, but it doesn't mean I want to spend that money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does that make sense? So if I was like making 2-3 grand a month of YouTube, I'd be able to plow 2 or 3 grand a month into the cars. But at the minute, I think I'm going to make $200 this month.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what am I going to do with that? Like, all of my cars are quite expensive cars. Like, what I'm going to be able to probably buy the guys that are at OMW Tuning and Nando's for helping me out with it. Do you know what I mean? So I think, like, do you ever get any comments about that sort of stuff? Because, like,
all the time, he always moans he's got no money, but he can go and buy a new Merc. And it's like, you need to understand, like, we're smart guys. We have, I'm sure you do, we have ways of doing things that has the least economical. God, we don't have,
yeah, of course.
Like, you know, we have ways of doing. I'm not going to, you know, say it, but
of course.
There's ways of buying things without, you know,
ruining yourself. So
100%.
Yeah, you got
and people don't. People just think, oh, he's gone and bought a Merc. He must have fucking 10 grand sat around. No, no. It's at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm not going to go into it, but
yeah, of course.
There's many ways you can things to, you know, and it's like sometimes I just feel like saying, I'm a smart person. Trust me.
Yeah, just roll with me. Yeah,
trust me.
Just relax.
I've not just gone and wasted, you know, and that's what annoys people. Don't look between the lines. They just...
and this is what I'm hoping that will come from this podcast. People can be able to see a bit more behind the screen, the real people, because like we are all just real dudes, and I think that's why I get on with so many people like that I've met off YouTube. I can't remember a YouTuber or like my sort of like level or, you know, grouping or anything like that I haven't got on with. Does that make sense? There's maybe been a few that I've been a bit like, well, he's a bit arrogant for who he is, like, but not to the point where I'm like, fuck that guy.
Because the majority of people get it. You know what I mean? It's like you can relax around people who are in a similar situation.
Yeah. But unfortunately, because we're recording straight into Anchor, that will hopefully distribute this podcast out beautifully to everybody. we have to stop now. We've got 20 seconds left. So, Lee, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you so much
for being on here, man. Make sure you check out It's Lee Lockwood on all the socials. And I'm at Adam Ivel on all of mine. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to the podcast. And I'll see you all again soon.
Bye.